Why recognizing that something is wrong with us is an advanced realization. Yes, it feels terrible, but you will soon discover it's actually the beginning of the solution on a foundational level. Okay, so first one. No one can really deny that it is traumatic just to live in a society as it is. And no one really can endure that without injuries. So logically, it is easy and even based on truth to blame the whole world. What had to emerge for you to even have this realization means we have noticed to some extent. The problem doesn't always come from the world, which is the objective truth anyway. This is related to our second reason. For this realization, you had to become aware that there are two of you. Let me explain what I mean by this. So there is one with which something is wrong, and there's the other which notices that something might be wrong with the other. The one who notices your other self is your awareness. And no one can find it for you, but you have found it somehow. Welcome back. Now that we have established why this realization is so significant, let's now talk about the problematic parts you noticed. I suppose there are times when you wake up in the morning and everything's just fine, even peaceful, until that first thought creeps in. You remember something and your whole body retracts and you feel lost or depressed just like yesterday. If you carefully observe in slow motion what has happened, you will notice when the mind began its activity, it simply resumed yesterday's suffering. Before the mind woke up, even just for a few seconds or minutes, you felt okay. You know what I'm talking about. So, two of you, what you have experienced is exactly what Eckhart Tolle and Byron Katie experienced when they came to the point of being unable to live with themselves anymore. The mere saying, I can't live with myself, implies two selves. When they experienced those two selves, they had their awakening. They had realized that the mind is the trouble that makes them depressed and unwilling to live. But they have also experienced the part of them that sees it all, which is not the mind. They have reconnected to something else, something that has recognized the dysfunction of their minds. Because the human mind in this phase of evolution is dysfunctional. We've been taught to accept as ordinary. That's life. That's us humans. And you notice that something is not quite right with us. And the only mistake you made, but it's not your fault, is that you have taken the dysfunction of your mind personally, unaware that we all have those same troubles and similar thoughts that torture us. So many people sadly believe that something is wrong only with them. And that's the only faulty conclusion in this. Otherwise, it's a grand realization. The way we see the world is through the overlays, and the main one is the layer of separatedness. And this view hides our interconnectedness. There is a reason why so many people act and think similarly, which is rooted in our collective mind that we are not aware of. We believe our mind is original and our thoughts personal. Don't push this realization to others. You can't force anyone beyond their evolution, even yourself. You will be able to help them once you master this, and you will. So now you became aware that there are two of you, and one is bringing you suffering, and the other one is untouched by anything external, and one of them is real, and one of them is unreal, invented by the world for the world. When I say unreal, I mean it is not our essential nature. It is nothing else but a mind concept of who you are or who we are. And this unreal self lives in what I call a mind movie. And we have our scripts for our roles depending on our gender, culture, age, and other factors. And if we play by the script, we are rewarded. But it is never enough. There's always something more in the script to chase. It is hard work just to live in this pre-orchestrated way. Those who recognize the futility of this but still can't see another way, they become hopeless and depressed. like I've been for many years, when I realized after many successes that I previously thought I wanted and worked hard for, it became clear that was never what I truly yearned for. And this is a phase of life that is hard because it feels like you are at a crossroads, but you can't see the path clearly. You can't see the new one, but you can still see the old one, which you no longer want. But this position, the same as the realization that something is wrong with you, is an advanced position. You can only come to it when you stop automatically following the pre-designed path. It comes as some kind of a mercy. This is really a beautiful opportunity. But I see many people lose this opportunity because they rush too soon to find their new path, new purpose. Be aware that is again the script that constantly pushes us to do something. That push from being to doing is a basic trauma we all have experienced. The world will never allow us just to perceive and be, even for a while. So to shift from that generational habit is not easy. Of course, it's not easy. It has its old momentum, but you have to recognize it for what it is. And of course, it doesn't always come from the world. Sometimes it comes from your own thoughts, what we concluded previously from the collective mind. And look, eventually, when you stabilize the ability just to be, you won't be idle forever. But that intention for action will come from a different source, not from the script, but from your true nature, from you. And you have to allow that readjustment. You first have to strengthen your position in being. The mind can only release the script if it finds safety. It has to experience that it is safe for you to be. And you can only teach it by experience, by repeated experience. Approach it as you would approach your child as a parent. The child is fearful of something it has been punished for before. You're calming the child down by acknowledging it is safe just to be. That's the true evolution, to get back to your essential nature. That's our purpose. And always remember that it is subtle. Ego, the mind, and the script will always be more intense and abrupt, causing stress and a sense of urgency, and sometimes excitement and thrill. It is tricky. But the quality of being is calming and peaceful and relaxing. To conclusion, you are on the right path. Please stay there. Stay here for a while. The gifts of this are impossible to explain. They are inexpressible by words. But you do know, and from now it can only get better. You can expand it, and you will see that's all you ever wanted. We will continue and explore various practices and solutions to establish your new way of being. Basically, every video on this channel is about it. I want to show you the sunset.